So yesterday, Portugal faced Turkey. It was a game of halves. Portugal played very well in the first half. The second half went Turkey's way. You know, it was a narrow game because Turkey had a penalty in the, I think 83rd minute. Verratti missed the penalty. You know, North Macedonia also played Italy. Italy dominated the game as you expect. They played over 20 shots to like 5 shots. Yet North Macedonia scored the 92nd minute goal. I mean, goal North Macedonia scored. One could blame Donnarumma for not saving that ball because he saw the ball from afar. Yeah, the ball bounced in front of him, but he saw the ball from afar.
That was the last angle.
Doesn't matter. He saw the ball from afar. It was I think a 28-meter distance or like 30-meter distance. He saw the shot from afar and he moved. And also you could blame Jorginho for not fouling the guy. I mean, I guess when it's not meant to be your time, things will go wrong for you. But I mean, Donnarumma had to do better. If you had pushed the ball inside the net, I might not have really complained. But then his hand didn't touch the ball. For a ball that far that he saw and he moved for that was terrible. So Portugal will be facing North Macedonia on 29th next week Wednesday. The final game that will decide who is going to qualify. Well, let's talk about Italy for a second. They've not qualified for World Cup since 2010. They are missing 2 World Cups in a row.
2010 they also got knocked out from the group stage.
No. They beat Uruguay or something. Okay, yeah, 2010 they got knocked out in the group stage. But they've not played World Cup football since Germany South Africa 2010. And I want to focus more on Verratti. He had a very fantastic game yesterday. He was the best player on the field. Same thing against Real Madrid. Very fantastic game. At least over the course of 180 minutes, he had like 160 minutes. That was fantastic. What do you think missing 2 World Cups in a row will mean for his legacy? When you are talking about great midfielders of his generation, what do you think?
I don't think he has even been to one World Cup in his career.
No, he hasn't. What do you think missing this World Cup would mean? Because whenever I talk about great midfielders of this generation, most people hardly mention Verratti, except people that they watch football, not just about the stats.
I think he's the one that is responsible for that situation by going to PSG. He never had the chance to play for a top. I think he went from Pescara to PSG after playing 1 season in this area. That didn't help his career at all. Now he's in a PSG squad that they don't really need to sell anybody that they don't want to sell. So you are playing Ligue 1, French league, which is a very, very weak league, a farmers league. And they haven't been able to win the Champions League as well, which has tarnished his reputation to a level. He was playing in the Premiership or he was playing in La Liga or even the Serie A, he will be more, I think people will respect him. Unfortunately for him, he made the wrong move by going to PSG very early in his career.
He has about 26 trophies for club side and he has won Euros.
Everything is from PSG.
So you're saying the 26 trophies does not matter?
If you check the titles at the end of the day, these are French league titles and Coupe de France titles and the other, I think French league they play to, and French Cup, they play to cup competitions as well. If you look at that is at the end of the day, it's only the French league that really stands out as something tangible. The rest.
So what does he have to do in PSG?
He has to find a way to win the Champions League for him to seal his legacy as one of the greatest.
He's still young. He still has time. I think he's 29. So moving on. He's still young now.
I don't know. At least compared to.
He's still young.
Nice, not.
He's now in his prime. He still has about 3 to 4 years. Yeah. He's not about to leave his prime.
I think
he still play
between 26
football for 3 years.
30.
Before he starts declining. So let's talk about Portugal and their manager, their fraud of a manager. Because I don't like the guy one bit.
I think we should talk about Roberto Mancini as well. His situation in Italy and his future.
Italy will be wise to keep him because I mean he just won Euros and he's building something. It would need time. All their past managers have not really been convincing. Yeah. Even Conte.
But if
when Conte was the manager, quarter final exit, he also didn't qualify for World Cup.
So the problem must be deeper than what we.
So if they want to get it right, Mancini is building something exciting, and is bringing in young stars and all that. If they really have a plan, or if they want to have a plan, they should stick with him. Euros is coming up in the next 3 years. World Cup is coming up in the next 4 years. Let him build the team. You know, he's in his mid-50s.
I think if they can get someone like Gasperini,
there's no point changing manager now.
Or even a similar.
That's one of the issues they've had since they've been changing coaches since their World Cup coach retired. They've been changing coaches, different identity. Football, national team football now has moved on from the way Italy used to play in the past of defending all through.
And that is what Mancini is known for, pragmatic football.
Mancini is dominating games. He's actually retaining possession, playing high. He's playing good football. The results will come with time. Let's move on to Portugal's manager and selection issues. You know, like it's understandable. Ruben Dias is injured. Pepe is injured. But he had Thiago Jallo on the bench. Thiago Jallo pairs Svet Botman in Lille when Jose Font is not playing. Thiago Jallo has played 22 games this season for Lille. Why would you play Danilo Pereira? Why would you pair him with Jose Font? Both players have no pace.
Danilo Pereira is not even a centre back.
He's not a centre back. He's a defensive midfielder. Why would? And the last game too against Serbia, he played the same thing. He played Danilo at the back at some point when he switched to a 3-man defense. He brought in William Carvalho. These are the things that cost Portugal automatic qualification, and it almost cost them yesterday because he made that same nonsense sub. I mean, it's bad enough you played João Moutinho as the defensive midfielder. Even when João Moutinho was in his prime, he never played as a defensive midfielder.
João Moutinho with Bruno Fernandes.
So you played João Moutinho, Bruno, and
I think if you do that against a better team,
Bernardo Silva in the midfield.
If
you are going to play somebody behind Moutinho and Bernardo Silva in the midfield, it should be somebody that is energetic, someone that can move. Moutinho couldn't, because they were trying to play out of the back. He couldn't cope with having to, give support to both flanks. He was tired. They were susceptible to counter attacks. If not that, even Turkey itself, they were not good. They are not good. They don't really have attack, or their coach self doesn't know what he's doing. He was supposed to leverage that. I felt he should have brought in Cengiz under to the middle. Let him worry. The two centre backs with pace and bring in another winger. But Portugal were fortunate. Things went that way because when he brought in William Carvalho, because I don't even know why he called William Carvalho to start with. When he brought in William Carvalho, they considered penalty within 30 seconds. Thankfully for them, Burakimas missed the penalty. But I want us to just talk about Fernando Santos. If he manages to qualify for World Cup, because he cost them the World Cup in Russia against Uruguay with same medieval tactics. So what do you think he should do going forward?
I think Fernando Santos is still living off the Euros win. He's a very terrible manager, in my opinion, and I think they can do better if they get a better manager, because they have a very, very strong squad. Maybe not, they don't really have depth defensively, but overall in other positions, even right back, left back, they have very good options, world-class options almost everywhere.
Yeah, let me cut you short. They do have centre backs, but
they're not world-class.
He doesn't call them. Yeah, they're not on Pepe's level. They don't have Pepe's resume.
They don't even have to be on Pepe's level. Pepe should be.
There's this centre back that plays for. Hold on. There's this centre back that plays for Granada. There's Ignacio. Yeah. There's Ignacio that plays for Sporting, 20-year-old. There's Thiago Jallo. That's 3 young centre backs plus Ruben Dias.
Yeah, you should start. I think bedding those guys in.
So if you don't
Because
ease them in now, when do you want to ease them in?
Can't be using the 40-year-old Joseph
Fonte is about 37 or 38.
I'm just exaggerating, but
Pepe is about 36.
Yeah.
Pepe is age mates with Ronaldo.
Or 30.
Or I think no, Pepe is a year older than Ronaldo.
38.
So like, when do you really want to take these same guys to World Cup? It's surprising. He picked Diogo Dalot. Dalot has not been having a good season. Yes, he has been having more games since the new manager in Man U, but he's not having a good season. You have Ricardo Pereira that is in form. You have Cedric Soares that is in form. Yet you started Dalot. Why?
I'm just even beginning to see that beside Rafael Guerrero, who would have also played as a defensive midfielder, as the left back, with Nuno Mendes on the bench, which is kind of confusing as to why he did not start Rafael Guerrero as the holding midfielder. Then the guy, Fernando Santos, the way he manages Portugal reminds me of a lot about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's like he's just trying to make people happy and not like move forward with the team. Like, if you look at the squad, most of these players are still people that won him the Euros. So I think he's just trying to pacify them.
The commentator said something yesterday about Moutinho. I think he said 128 caps or 138 caps. Why is Moutinho still playing international football? Why is Jose Font still? I mean, I can understand Pepe. Okay, we don't have as much world class players. Pepe is still, or at least he's still a little bit above average for now. I can understand Pepe is still playing. But why players like Jose Font, players like Moutinho, why are they still playing international football? Players like William Cabral should not be called again. Why? A player that cannot move. All he wants is for you to pass to him on the same spot and you pass back.
Yeah, they don't.
It's terrible.
It doesn't get around much.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he has Ronaldo's trust.
Yeah,
because if he doesn't have Ronaldo's trust, he would have been gone since. Because
he has Ronaldo's trust.
His substitutions are, Let's move on. Yeah. So Wales defeated Austria yesterday. Austria, I don't understand Austria, to be honest. They had a terrible, run at Euros also, and they have an okay squad. They have an okay squad. I don't understand why they are not. They should be giving teams problem like Switzerland. They have like Sweden,
I think
but
they have a better squad than Switzerland.
Yes, I don't understand Austria. How will you lose to Wales? When before yesterday, Bale had only played 72 minutes of football in 2022.
And also Ramsey.
I don't even know if Ramsey has played up to 72 minutes.
I think he's having a bad time at Rangers, which says a lot.
So I don't understand why you will be losing to that kind of team of Joe Rodon that has not played up to 10 games for Spurs, and he started yesterday.
He hasn't played up to 5. That's a lot.
I don't understand. I think the only player that has been playing regularly in the whole team
probably Daniel James.
Is Daniel James and Harry Wilson. Every other player in the attack and midfield yesterday.
And Harry Wilson plays for the championship team.
Yeah. For Fulham.
Yeah. Even their goalkeeper, when NSC does not play. Etanan Padru, I think
for Venezia, he plays for Venezia.
He plays for Venezia.
So like, I don't understand why a team of Alaba, Dragovic,
Conor Roberts. I think Conor Roberts has been playing for.
What's this guy's name that plays Sabitzer? Yeah. All these guys, Conrad Lima. They have a decent squad. So they defeated Wales. Defeated them yesterday 2-1. So Wales will be playing against the winner between Scotland and Ukraine.
I think
the dates that will be announced later. Probably be in summer. So moving on, Poland will be playing Sweden. Sweden, they won Czech Republic in extra time. 1 goal to 0.
There's also another thing. I think they were given a bye against Russia.
Yeah, that's Poland.
Yeah, Poland.
So Poland will play Sweden on Wednesday on 29th. The game between Sweden and Czech was a very close game. Considering Czech Republic were missing Patrick Schick, they were missing about two of their regular starters because Alex Crowley also didn't play.
Alex Crowley.
Yeah. He has not really been played for.
He hasn't played. He hasn't started any game. I don't think he has started any game. He has only started one game, and that was
West Ham.
That was like
from their form in qualifiers and Euros. Is a starter. He pairs Suchek. Alex Kral too didn't play. I don't even think he was. I think he's injured actually. Alex Kral is injured. Then Jankto. I don't think Jankto played. I know about like 3 of their starters didn't play yesterday, and they held Sweden till extra time. Second extra time actually for Sweden scored. So yeah, Portugal, Macedonia on Wednesday. Who do you think comes out on top?
Portugal, Macedonia. I don't think Portugal as wasteful as Italy has, and they will find a way. If Macedonia allow them to have as many shots as Italy did, I think Portugal will find a way because they have better goal scorers in their squad. They have good goal scorers in their squad.
So Poland, Sweden. Who do you think?
That's going to be tough because Sweden, they don't usually score enough, and if Lewandowski if they find Lewandowski like on fire that day, I think Poland will take that match because Sweden they don't score enough to me.
All right. Yeah. So finally, for this week, we'll talk about England's national team. Yeah.
Well, what I want to talk about here is I don't know. Southgate said he left out Rashford because of bad form, and he wants him to like rest and everything. So why is Harry Maguire in the squad?
Why is Shaw in the squad?
Why is Luke Shaw in the squad? And how can you invite Maguire over Fikayo Tomori, who is having the season of his life at AC Milan? Questions like that should. I don't know why Tyrone Mings. I don't know why Tyrone Mings is in that squad. As in things like that. So Southgate I don't. Most of the international managers.
He called Kyle Walker-Peters and left.
Called Kyle Walker-Peters
and left this Brighton right back.
Lamptey. They probably lose Lamptey to Ghana at the end of the day. The way things are going, the way they are treating Fikayo Tomori as well. I won't be surprised if he picks Nigeria ahead of. I think Olis is
French.
Yeah, he's French. So I won't be surprised if he also goes to play for France instead of England because they have so many wingers, and I think we'll have a better chance playing for France as long as it's not the edition that is.
Can also play for Nigeria.
I don't think he'll pick Nigeria. He has 2 great options.
France also have wingers.
Young wingers.
France also have wingers.
Young wingers.
Yes, now.
Like
Nkuku is still struggling to enter.
Nkuku and Diaby, they've been capped.
Musa Diaby still. Nkuku has not been playing as much. Even Diaby has not been playing as much. He calls them, but they don't play as much. They still have the Marshall of this world, Griezmann of this world. They still have Kingsley Coman. Yeah. They have players who, and this guy is playing. He still calls Thomas Lemar. And this guy is playing for Crystal Palace.
Tovin is out.
Tovin is out. Tovin has
gone. But he has linked to big and he's still very young. I think he's
still young,
so he can still get if he hits his potential. I think he will play for France.
I'm not so surprised about his team.
And I'll be surprised. The next 2 years he's still in Crystal Palace.
What I don't understand is why the defenders are so much in the squad. They're playing Switzerland and Cote d'Ivoire. I mean, I don't understand. This thing is a recurring thing every time. The defenders are more than the midfielders and the attackers. That's just what I don't understand.
Like 3 right backs.
I mean, it's just a friendly game, so I don't. To me, I feel like players that deserve to be called should be called. Players that need to be capped should be capped for this kind of games. I don't understand why. I understand Kyle Walker-Peters. If you are calling Luke Shaw and Maguire to boost their confidence, then you should be calling Rashford because they are one of the reasons Rashford's form is this terrible. Yeah. You convinced him not to have the surgery before Euros, of which you didn't play him in Euros. He was always a sub, 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
I don't know what corner.
So now it's supposed to be time when you are supposed to reward him. It's terrible.
And Cody was also called, which is kind of surprising.
It's understandable. He has kept about 12 or how many clean sheets with Wolves.
With Max Kilman's performance, I don't think Tyrone Mings should be. Tyrone Mings and Conor Cody shouldn't be in the squad.
Well, it's fine. He will be fine. I don't expect anything big from England. So I'm not really surprised by Southgate's. I think after World Cup he's going to be sacked.
I think they are trying not to like renew his contract.
Regardless, I think after World Cup he's leaving. I don't think he's going to coach them for the next 3 years.
Probably give him a new contract again. That's what they've been doing since.
If in last World Cup he finished 4th in Euros, he was runner up. In World Cup, then he should win it. Do you not think, or he should get to the final at least? So anything aside get to the final at World Cup is a failure for them.
There are some ridiculous call-ups here, like Maguire ahead of.
Maguire too is in form, but it's just that ahead of Tomori. Yeah, Maguire should be called ahead of Mings again. Yeah, they don't have left back now. All their left backs are injured. Crystal Palace.
I think Creswell has been okay this season.
Okay, yeah, back Creswell. But he has not been calling Creswell.
Even Kyle Walker-Peters ahead of
Tariq Lamptey.
Bissaka should be very angry.
Bissaka has not played.
I know he hasn't played well, but Kyle Walker-Peters has
it's fine.
Then
you'll be fine.
They have also Emil Mitro, who hasn't played.
Yeah, this year.
Over Verratti.
Eze too hasn't played so much since he came back from injury.
He was saying that if he didn't carry that injury, he would have taken it to the what do you call it? And this is someone that can easily switch allegiance. So you should make sure you cap these guys and make them happy as soon as you can. Instead of you, I'm happy he called Tammy Abraham.
But Tammy Abraham pulled out. Rich James also pulled out. Saka pulled out yesterday. Ramsdale pulled out. Trent Alexander-Arnold also pulled out. So yeah. So that's the end of this week's episode on Everything Football Show. Join us next week.